Ayubowan, thanks for watching this video for Sri Lankan roast paan. Now that I've tempted you, I'll show you how easily you can make this at home and it'll be ready to enjoy in just 2 hours. And if you haven't tried roast paan, it's a chewy, crisp bread that has a unique texture and taste inside and out. My recipe is simplified and it's the same ingredients used in traditional Sri Lankan bakeries. No milk, no butter, no eggs. First, we're going to mix all the dry ingredients and run the mixer with the dough hook on low speed for about 20 seconds. Then we're going to gradually add lukewarm water until the mixture comes together and cleans the bowl and it forms a ball. We're going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons more water if the dough feels too stiff, and increase the speed and let it mix for a minute longer after it forms a ball, and that's just to work up that gluten. I've been using all-purpose flour to make this recipe and it has worked out well for me. So before you go out and get bread flour, just try it with the all-purpose and see how it works out. I think you'll like the results. I've had no issues, and the trick is to just work up the gluten and get the dough to the right consistency, and then you can make that nice really unique textured roast paan or that Sri Lankan bakery bread. You could even use this dough to make one whole loaf if you don't want to break it up and make the roast paan. Add the water very little at a time, like a trickle of water, and in between each addition just allow the flour to absorb what you've already added, and that way you will know exactly how much more water you will need to add. You have to really be observant because if you're making this on a humid day, you might need less water because your dough will be sticky very quickly. Now watch how the dough comes together in a ball and cleans the bowl. Now at this stage I felt that the dough was too stiff, although it has come together and the bowl is clean. So I added about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water and just kind of made it a little more pliable. And that's why you see that the bowl is splattered with the dough again. Let the mixer run for as long as you can, and if the dough is not cooperating like you could see, it's time to take it out of the mixer and start to hand knead. And here's the consistency. It should stretch a little bit when you pull up a piece, and it can be a little sticky at this stage. But as you keep kneading it, it becomes really soft and the stickiness goes away. It becomes smooth and pliable, and you feel it really nice on your hands, almost like holding a baby. It's that kind of feeling that you get. On average, it takes about 5 to 7 minutes, but for some of us, it can take longer, like 10 to 12 or 10 to 15 minutes. But just don't worry about the time. Keep kneading until you get to that smooth, pliable, non-sticky consistency. So when your dough is ready, you should be able to do this, like shape it into a ball and then smoothen the top very easily. Then apply a thin layer of oil on the top. Grease the bowl with the oil as well. Cover it and let it rise for about 30 minutes or until it's slightly less than double in size. Now this has been rising for 30 minutes and you can see it's not double in quantity and it's not fully puffed up or anything either, and this is exactly how it should be. My bread pan is ready. I have greased it with some oil, and then we can knead this dough to let out that air in it. You can see how much the texture has changed. It's very pliable now, almost like elastic, and very smooth and soft. And this time knead it only for about 3 to 5 minutes, not more than that. Make a roll shape like this and then cut into however many parts you want, depending on how many pieces of roast paan you want to make. Make a ball if necessary, or just go ahead and flatten the slices to the thickness that you want your roast paan to be. It's going to rise again. Apply oil generously on all sides and place them close to each other but loosely packed to allow room for the final rise, or proofing as bakers call it. Now is the time to turn on the oven to preheat it at 460 degrees Fahrenheit, and this is going to sit for about 20 minutes covered, and after 20 minutes I'm going to put it in the oven to bake. Without opening the oven, just check through the glass, turn the oven light on and see if the top is sort of brown like this, a dark golden brown like this. That means your roast paan is ready to come out. Now separate the pieces like this. It comes off very easily. We just applied a little oil and see how easily it comes apart. Using the broil function in your oven, we're gonna broil this on both sides. It takes just a minute or 2 minutes for it to become golden brown, and that's what I have done here. Look how nicely they turned out. Now flip them over and do the other side, and just make sure that each slice has both sides roasted, and then your roast paan is ready. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope that you will try it out sometime, and if you ever have questions, I'm always there to answer. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the video. And if you want to know what curries go with it, of course everyone's favorite is pol sambal, but you could also do pol sambal and dal. You could make a fish curry like I did, and any other accompaniment like chicken curry or whatever curry that you want, and a sambal. So try it out if you haven't already, and if you have had roast paan and you've been craving for it, here's how you make it. It's super simple. Send me photos on Facebook Messenger, and I'll be back with another video soon. Thanks for watching.